Hello and welcome. I am really excited to give you a little bit more of an in-depth training here on this particular technique. As you could see, my client here has about 30% gray. And we're going to take care of that later. We actually are going to do full gray coverage. I'm going in and I'm taking wide sections starting at the front and I'm going all the way to the back. You're going to need your wide foils to do this. I'm using from Mar Big Papa. I'm using King's Bleach with 12 volume. I don't need a ton of lift. Don't worry about getting the backcomb out. That's actually pretty simple to do. Now, the next thing we're going to do, sorry, I just had to adjust that camera for you so you can still see. The next thing I'm going to do is take another wide section. Now, I'm going to leave out hair in between because we are going to go in between with a contrasting color, a level 5. This way we can actually see that depth. And what we're doing is we're creating a gradient by bringing all of that hair forward from the back. So I lift the hair up, I paint the underneath, I block it with my hands, and then I pop it right back down onto the foil there. And I saturate really, really well. Do not worry about getting that lightener up into the back comb. I swear it's really not a big deal. It really isn't. It's not like I'm intentionally doing it, but it's actually okay if it goes there. It really helps a little bit. So I'm creating, think about how the sun hits the hair. That's exactly what I'm recreating here. By over directing all that hair forward, and using the wide foils makes this possible to just do it in 3 to 4 sections on each side of the head. Now you'll notice that my sections are pretty thick and what I leave in between is also pretty thick. And the reason for that is because I really want to create that beautiful contrast, and I need there to be plenty of negative space in between, and I need my sections to be on the thicker side. That's just what it is, in order to create that really nice ribbony look. So again, I lifted it up. I saturate both sides. I don't want to overlap the ends. I will get to those later. So painting, you could see that I stagger a little bit, but I do maintain saturation. I'm using the from Mar Big Papa foils, and I am using the Power Painter as far as the brush goes. And again, I'm using King's Bleach. Personal favorite back combing is Pink Pewter, Never Let Go. It's easy to hold. It backcombs the hair really well. Okay, lift up the section as always. Paint that underneath. This is going to give us the ability to take these much thicker sections and still get the saturation that we need and the lift that we need. And it lifts evenly every time. So I'm going in. I'm saturating again really well. As you can see, I don't just slap the lightener right on. You still have to be intentional with your placement. But you can already see what shape that's going to create around the head. Now, this is just to give you a better view because it's going to be the same exact thing of where I start on the head. You could see that I've left out a little bit in the front for those face frames. I'm popping that foil underneath. Use your hand to really pop it there, and actually lifting up the hair, the section, and painting underneath first really kind of glues down that foil. So it's actually perfect. I'm going in. I'm taking my wide sections and I'm over directing all of them forward. All right, going in with my wide section, my Pink Pewter Never Let Go comb, lifting up the hair, saturating the underneath, popping that foil down and saturating really well. Again, it is okay to go up into the back comb. You don't want to like slap it on there, but yeah, it's fine. And then one more foil on this side of the head. See, so I'm leaving, it just splits right down the middle there in the back. I stood in front of the camera a little bit, so my apologies there. And then we're going to leave out this hair in the back. So we're really going to create that gorgeous dimension. And then I'm just going to pop in one little foil down here so that it's not just an abyss of darkness. Now I'm going to do my face frame. I'm taking smaller sections and backcombing them a little bit. I don't usually like to paint on the face. I don't really know why I did here, but I can't turn back time. So I did what I did. I said what I said. This video took place a little while ago. As you can tell, I look pretty different. So, I can't share my new-ish with for free because wouldn't be fair to my people who pay for the videos, but I do what I can, And then I'm just going to go in between. I'm using Magix 10. It processes in 10 minutes, so I would not go. And even though it's non-progressive, I wouldn't go and actually I wouldn't do it as I go because it doesn't make any sense. You're just going to waste time. It processes in 10 minutes. So I'm going to let the hair process and I'm going to go in between. And I just used a 5.3 to go in between. And then I'm going in and doing her roots. I'm going to like smush it into the back comb and everything with a little bit of the gray coverage. So that's going to be the 500, which is a true neutral. And I'm going to let that sit for 10 minutes or 10 more minutes. Her hair processes for about 15. Wash it out. Do a quick toner of, I believe that I used 8, I don't know because this was a while ago. I think I used 871, and that was also Magic's 10. And it was gorgeous. This whole thing took just about an hour to do from start to finish. And I mean like the blow dry and everything. That's the magic here. So the application was like 15 minutes. The processing time was about 15 minutes. I didn't waste any time. I went right back in between and did the base color. And, you know, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. And then my finishes that was like 20 minutes. Granted, she doesn't have a ton of hair. So, obviously it's going to take a little bit longer, but you could see that techniques like this are going to save you a ton of time with each client. And this is a truly customized, totally filmed this part. Vertical, 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 vertical.